enjoy the Most High.
That's your brother. The Most High and the Israelites is all we need. And some good cooking today. It's the feast day.
Enjoy the Most High.
The 12 tribes of Israel, we all coming out to have a feast today. It's the feast day. Gather all my sisters and make a dish. Cause only my Hebrew sisters can cook like this. Yeah. Today is a feast day. We gon' chill with the Most High.
Chill with the Most High.
So just have a good time.
Have a good time.
Cause it's the feast days. We're coming together like the Most High said. Oh yeah.
Just enjoy the Most High.
It's the feast days. You can dance for the Father if you want, if you feel it.
I don't dance for the Father.
Oh yeah. Yeshua, raise your hands. You can get up and dance off of these songs.
I don't dance for the Father.
Praise the Father all night long. Just praise the Most High. Come and have fun tonight. But don't get too loose, yeah. I'm sipping on the wine. Gather all my sisters and make a dish. Cause only my Hebrew sisters can cook like this. Yeah. Tonight is a feast day. Put on your garments and get fly. Enjoy this night. And just praise the Most High.
Just praise the Most High.
Cause it's the feast day. We're coming together like the Most High said. Oh yeah.
Come on, y'all.
It's the feast day.
You invited.
For the Father if you want, if you feel it. Oh yeah. Yeah. Just have a good time, you know what I'm saying? Wrap this New Year's, Passover, first fruits, feast of wine, and oil and wood, feast of trumpets, feast of tabernacles, feast of dedication, and feast of Berea. Just have a good time, you know what I'm saying?
Children of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
Happy feast day.
Happy feast day, Joshua. Hey, you can get down if you want. If you can get down,
The Most High.
you can get down.
I see you, man.
Happy feast day.
Praising the Most High.
Well, today is not a feast day, but I like this song. Telling us about our feast day.
Just have a good
Our
time.
praises.
See, we can come together, you know what I'm saying? And have a good time. Bring it down, we'll
Yeah,
tell
that's
right
what it's
here.
all about.
Say,
Praise the Father.
happy feast day.
Happy feast days. That food smelling so good.
All praises to Ahaya, Bahashim Yeshaya, Barak, Kadash, Ahaya. All praises, all praises, all praises. So here I am again with another video. So the last video that I did say that I was going to talk about the feast, the holy holidays, right? So I figured that I just break each one of them down, in separate videos. So today, I supposed to have been talking about the Passover, but on my first video that I did on my channel, it talks about the Passover. So go and watch that video, and it'll go into depths if you haven't already watched it for as the Passover. So that video there is out the way. So the next one I'm going to be talking about is the Feast of Unleavened Bread, which follows right after the Passover. So this year, the Passover, not the Passover, y'all. The unleavened bread. The unleavened bread follows right after the Passover. So our unleavened bread feast started our Hebrew March 15th, but the world is March 19th. Okay. And then it's 7 days. So So it started Saturday sundown to Friday night sundown. Okay. Those was the days of this year for the Feast of Unleavened Bread. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go into scripture and we're gonna talk about what the Feast of Unleavened Bread is. All praises. So this is what we're gonna do. So I have it here. It's Exodus chapter 12, starting at the 15th verse. And it's gonna go into depth about the unleavened bread. Okay. Is it Exodus chapter 12, starting at the 15th verse through the 20th verse. And these words are real small. Like I say, I got my stuff packed up. I'm going to be leaving the country real soon. So I got stuff packed up, so I'm using my sister Bible. Okay, it says, verse 15, 7 days shall ye eat unleavened bread. 7 days shall you eat unleavened bread. So what unleavened bread is, it's bread that don't have yeast in it. Like pita bread, flat bread, breads in that nature. Something with no yeast in it, nothing with flour in it, so to speak, self-rising flour, stuff like that. So for 7 days, we're not supposed to eat that, nor do we supposed to have it in our house. Okay? So the first year that I kept the Feast of Unleavened Bread, again, I was in Nashville living by my friends. And so yeah, they made sure that we didn't have anything in the house with yeast and stuff like that. Matter of fact, I don't even think we ate bread for that whole week. If you just want to make sure that you're not eating the wrong things, just don't even eat bread, period. And that's what I did from that point on to this year. I just made sure I didn't have bread in the house. I didn't eat bread, and I didn't make sure. I just made sure I didn't have bread in the house for a whole 7 days. I mean, hey, it's not gonna hurt no way. Bread ain't really good for us no way. The unleavened bread is, But anyway, just make sure you don't have loaf of bread, in the house. Don't make cornbread, stuff like that. Just for 7 days. Okay. Okay. 7 days shall ye eat unleavened bread, even the first. I'm sorry, y'all. Even the first year. Wait a minute. That may not say that. I done scratched it out. Oh man. Ye shall put away leaven out of your house, for whosoever eateth leavened bread from the first day unto the 7th day, thou soul shall be cut off from Israel. Now y'all see how important that is to the Most High for us to keep these holy holidays, the Feast of Unleavened Bread. You heard what the word just said, that you'll be cut off from Israel. See, people, we are Israel. Y'all think that we're not Israel, but we're Israel. The Most High gave us Israel the holy holidays. You understand what I'm saying? That's the reason why, again, we still up under this curse. Our people are still up under this curse. We're the tails and not the heads, And this is the reason why Israel got cut off from Israel. Because we forgot his laws, statutes, and the commandments. The world tell us they done away with, which they know they not. They're not done away for Israel. We still Israel. All praise. 16. And in the first day there shall be an holy convocation, and in the 7th day there shall be an holy convocation to you. No matter of work shall be done in them, save that which every man must eat, that only may be done of you. Go back to 16. And in the first day, your first day, there shall be a holy convocation, and in the 7th day there shall be a holy convocation to you. Basically what it's saying, the first day it should be a convocation, like a congregational thing. Israel come together, you know what I mean? And then on the 7th day, that's for you and the Most High. And in the first day there shall have a holy convocation. In the 7th day there shall be in holy convocation to you. No matter of work shall be done in them, save that which every man must eat, that only may be done of you. Okay, so it goes back. He said, no manner of work shall be done. So for those 7 days, you shouldn't even be working. I'm talking about not working in the field, not working on the job, not doing nothing. I mean, well, doing something but not working. You're not supposed to work. That's what the word say. For those 7 days, he set aside for us not to work. All praises. 17. And you shall observe the feast of unleavened bread. You hear? And you shall observe the feast of unleavened bread. For in this self-same day have I brought your armies out of the land of Egypt. Therefore shall you observe this day in your generation by an ordinance forever. Therefore shall ye observe this day in your generation by an ordinance forever. Which means every year we're supposed to make sure that we keep the feast of unleavened bread. And what he was saying about and you shall observe the feast of unleavened bread, for in this self same day have I brought your armies out of the land of Egypt. So the feast of unleavened bread starts directly after the Passover. The Passover was when the Most High delivered Israel from out of Egypt. Okay? During the time that the Most High was delivering them out of Egypt, the armies was coming behind them, right? You know about the Most High departed the Red Sea. So as the children of Israel was going through the sea, the armies was following right behind them. The Most High closed it back up, and those people drowned. You see what I'm saying? So that's what he means in verse 16. I'm sorry, y'all. These words are so small. But yeah, verse 17. And ye shall observe. Okay, I just read that. Yeah, when he said, I brought your armies out of the land of Egypt. That's what he's talking about. Okay, in the first month, on the 14th day of the month, at even ye shall eat unleavened bread until the 21st day of the month. So now let's go back to the first month. The first month I had told y'all in the last video was March. That was our first month. That's the month that he delivered us from out of Egypt. That's the month of the Passover. And this is also the month of unleavened bread. The 14th day to the 21st day is 7 days. Okay? So, our Hebrew calendar got those days in order, just like how the word got it here. In the first month of the 14th day of the month, at even ye shall eat unleavened bread until the 21st day of the month at even. So the 14th through the 21st. Okay. 7 days shall there be no leaven found in your house. For whosoever eateth that which is leavened, even that soul shall be cut off from the congregation of Israel, whether he be a stranger or born in the land. Again, he's stressing 7 days. You shouldn't even have no leaven in your house. Going back to what I was saying, get rid of all the bread. Everything that got leaven in it, yeast, self-rising flour, stuff like that, it don't even need to be in your household. That's just how important it is to the Most High. 20. And you shall eat nothing leavened. In all your habitation shall ye eat unleavened bread. So that means you and your household. Eat no bread. Unless it's flat bread, pita bread, something like that, that don't have leaven in it. All praises. So yeah. So that's the feast of unleavened bread. the next video I'll do, because I'm gonna make this one short. The next video I'll be talking about the next holy holiday. And yeah, so I'm praying that y'all having a wonderful, good day. Because I am, even though things are not going according to how I would like them, but all praises, I'm not gonna complain, and I'm just gonna keep it moving. And yeah, so I pray that y'all have an understanding. And if you want to, and which I suggest that you do, is to go back and read Exodus chapter 12, 15 through verse 20. Matter of fact, you read the whole chapter, because you'll just get better understanding that way. Yeah, like I said in the last, the very first video that I did, I talked about the Passover. So go back and look at that video, and just know that the Most High love us. He always have loved us, in spite of our disobedience to him, and yet still our disobedience for the ones that's not awakened to the truth, but the Most High have grace and mercy on us. And just know that y'all are some beautiful melanated people. The Most High do love us. We are the apple of the Most High eye. And shalom, family.